Welcome, parents. This is the last and final workshop Springboard workshop number 5. The strategy we're going to cover is on the matter of sharing the story. So basically, it's asking questions at the end after the book is read, and you're asking them to give a summary of what they read or what they have read. All right, Okay, share the story. Agenda, welcome, reading tip, practice time, reflection, and updates. We won't be using practice time, at least not in this session, because it would be good after the program, you could do practice it or even practice it at night. Whenever you have time, try to practice the skill. It would be best as soon as you hear this workshop, learn the skill about sharing the story, then you practice. The closer you practice to the workshop, the better. Be prepared, be present, be courteous, ask questions. Why are we here? We're here because your child has a goal and an action plan. Second reason we're here is because we learn and practice. We're here because we read and ask questions. And finally, the fourth reason we're here is so your child gets a reading boost. Last time we met, we talked about coach, don't tell. At least not in the beginning. Instead of giving the answer right away, ask some questions. Coach them to the proper answer so that they can come up with the answer on their own so that they become independent learners and you don't have to sit next to them at least for the next 5 years for them to figure out a word. They could do it on their own. Today, we will cover share the story or what question you ask after the book is read. Share the story. Today's reading tip includes gets ready to summarize. Somebody wanted, but so then find friends. Ask questions. The key to coaching your child is to ask questions before reading, during reading, and after reading. And today we focus on the reading tip, share the story after the reading. You can summarize stories you read together or stories your child reads on their own. Remember, for your child to become a proficient reader at a young age, they should be reading together with you, and also they should be reading on their own. Summarizing fiction stories. If it's a long book, this is referring to higher level grades, like second, third, and up. If it's a long summary, then you look at the title, the summary, the characters, the setting, the beginning, the middle, and what is the beginning of the story? What happened in the middle of the story? What happened in the end of the story? As for details, as for the author's purpose, what is the author's purpose? As about personal connection, how is this story related with other stories you've read? But most of you actually are, since this is a first grade level class, going to first grade, first grade, you're actually asking about this short summary. Title, main character, problem, solution. And if it's nonfiction, just ask what happened in the story. What did you read? Retell the story like you would retell a movie. That's what share the story is about. This is for fiction notebooks, storybooks, and not nonfiction. Somebody wanted, but so then is a great way to summarize. It's the 5 fingers. Who are the main characters? Somebody. What happened? What did that character wanted to do? But then what happened? So what happened? Then what happens? So it's the main characters. There's the titles, the main characters, the problem, and there's a solution. Share the story, but an ugly troll stopped them. The 3 billy goats gruff. The three billy goats wanted to eat grass on the other side of the bridge. Three goats, it's going this way. Three goats wanted to eat green grass on the other side of the bridge, but an ugly troll stopped them. So the biggest billy goat butted him off the bridge. Then they could cross the bridge and eat grass in peace. Title: Somebody wanted, but so then. All right, let's watch a short video on YouTube, just less than about 4 minutes of it, and share the story.
As a Springboard partner, you know to ask questions before, during, and after reading. In this workshop, you'll learn what to do after you've closed the book. You'll learn a question you can ask to help your child share the story they just read. One of the ways we tell if readers really understand the story they read is if they can tell you what the story was all about. This is called summarizing. Your scholar will probably need help developing this skill, so you can start by doing it together on an easier book like a picture book. It starts with a simple question. What was that all about? And it may look something like this.
That's funny. What is this book all about? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of a silly book. If we wanted to summarize it, if we wanted to say quickly, like, what happens in this book, I've got a trick that involves fingers. All right, so start with your thumb, and then the first question is who? So who is like the main character of this book?
The main characters are the cows.
The cows. Okay, so that started with the cows wanted something. What did they want in this book?
They wanted the electric blankets.
Electric blankets. Cows wanted electric blankets. The next one is but what happened?
The farmer didn't want them to.
But the farmer didn't want them to. All right, the cows wanted electric blankets, but the farmer didn't want them to. So what did they do?
They didn't do any milk.
They wouldn't give them any milk. They went on strike. They call that. So the cows went on strike. Then what happened?
They traded in the typewriter for the electric blankets.
So they got the electric blankets. The farmer got his typewriter, and everybody was happy.
Children often have trouble with this, but being able to give the big picture of a story is an important skill. Using your hand and the sentence stem, somebody wanted, but so then, is a simple clue to help your scholar summarize just the major parts of the story. Let's see it in action one more time.
So let's try that summary thing again, okay? And let's try it with this book, The Tin Forest. So first we start off with sort of the who question. So somebody, who's the somebody in this book?
The old man.
The old man. All right. So the old man. What's the second one?
So?
Wanted.
Wanted.
The old man
Wanted to live in the forest.
To live in the forest. Okay.
But he lives in a junkyard.
He lived in a big junkyard. Okay.
So he made a tin forest.
He made a forest out of tin.
Then real animals came and returned to a real forest.
That's a great summary. Yeah, that's how it works. Good job.
Remember, you can use this strategy to ask your scholar about books they read on their own, too. When you ask questions after you've closed the book, remember, it isn't a quiz. Keep it positive. You're asking your child to share the story with you, not grilling them on details. We don't read because we have to. We read because we like to go on an adventure or get a glimpse of a life completely different than our own. And we like to share these stories and what we've learned with each other. You can model this by reading something yourself and then sharing that story with your child. By sharing a story together, you and your child can make reading memories to last a lifetime.
Okay, let's continue with the slideshow here. Find friends in books. Get to know the characters your child loves. What's piqued the cat up to these days? That's a tough decision to make. What would Jamaica suggest if she were here? You seem sad today. What would our buddy, the cat in the hat, suggest we do to cheer up? Remember today's reading tip. 1, get ready to summarize. 2, somebody wanted, but, so, then. 3, find friends. Need another question? Who is the main character? What happened? But what happened? But what happened? What is the main problem the character faces? What happened in the end of the story? And then what happened? How did the character solve the problem? What does the character want? All right, this you can do after the presentation. What is reading well? Today's tip and the question you ask help your child learn the skills of reading. So reading well includes right here, comprehension, understand the story. After the story is read, you ask questions to share the story, and they should understand the story. And this cycle starts with decoding, able to sound out each letter and its sound, and the sound of each word, and how to read a sentence, and read the whole sentence, all the sentences in that page, and then read the whole book. And then not only should they just able to read it, but they should read it in such a way that they are fluent and they sound like a storyteller. And after they sound like a storyteller, they should, at the end, after the book is read, they should be able to remember a little bit what the story is about. A gist of it, a summary. And that's today's reading strategy about sharing the story. And finally, they should enjoy and engage what they are reading. A lifelong reader is a reader that enjoys what they are reading. Otherwise, it's hard for them to continue to read for the rest of their lives. Springboard Connect, your child's action plan in text messages, reminder to read and practice at home, share progress with the teacher. Text can continue after programming. It looks somewhat like this right here. Making a reading plan. Remember, your child needs time to read on their own and time to read or talk about reading with an adult. Follow us, Springboard Collaborative at Springboard NTL, at Springboard _Collaborative, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The goal of Springboard is to help 100,000 students reach reading goals and 30,000 students read on grade level by 2023. All right, that's it. If you're listening to this in YouTube, don't forget to smash the subscribe, the like and like button. And we'll see you actually, this is it. We'll see you